5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm John Miglash for the Wisconsin DMA and the International Society for Strategic Marketing. You know, the holidays are great, and sometimes we got to share in that, and we've got those memories, and it's really nice. And Bang & Olufsen was the name, but I have an acoustic research, which maybe is a better one. Heavier platter. You know, AC, Jiggles, the Drive. Direct drive is good, but a heavy platter is actually better with an elastic. Anyway, never mind. I was an audiophile. Okay, so let's get over to the news. Google's back into payments, and this time it's not messing around. It's putting in every feature it can think of: peer-to-peer, insights about spending, checking and savings account services, and group payments. Now, the way Google has conquered most markets is by giving away stuff for free that everybody else charges for. Unfortunately, these things are already free. You can get them to scan your transactions and give you deals if you want them to do that any more than they already do. I can't think of why you would. But anyway, that's another story, I guess. So let's go on. I'm learning to say less on each article. Okay, 5 retail holiday marketing tips. And thanks for this, Chris. I said yesterday I'm focusing on mail a lot more because there's more on mail. When I started this 2 years ago, nobody was talking about mail. Nobody. You know, you'd find an article that mentioned direct mail like every 2 weeks, one article. So I had to broaden my sources. Now, I got 6 articles this morning that mentioned mail. Not all of them mentioned it in a positive. It's like, oh yeah, retail marketing or real estate marketing, you could do mail, or you can do this as whiz-bang digital. You know, like everything else has been saying for the last 20 years. Okay, but here, this one from a publication called business2community.com. No idea. I'm going to look up Chris. But anyway, he says, remind customers of the value of shopping local. Okay? Every door direct, heck of a value if you are local, right? I helped my sister-in-law start her seamstress business in our little town with Every Door Direct. She got customers right away. Okay? Up your gift card and gift card game. That's something you could still do. There's still time. You can get that in the mail in a week. Absolutely right. Okay, here, look at this. Oh, curbside delivery? Yeah, that makes sense. But anyway, send catalogs and postcards that offer online ordering options. And oh, by the way, you know, the first item I ever bought online was a cheesehead hat. Shipped it to my mom in Florida. She needed it for some party or something. I ended up buying it from a guy in Michigan, like Muskegon. You know, I just went online, searched for cheesehead hat. And again, this is like 1995. The internet, mostly nobody had even heard of it yet. And he had a phone number. I called him up. I said, can you ship it to, Boca or someplace? He said, oh, sure, no problem. I can take your credit card. So I gave him his credit card over the credit card over the phone. I said, do you have, I saw your website. And he said, well, it's just a web page. I offer these items. I said, do you have an order processing system? He said, no. He said, you give me your credit card, I type it in the little keypad. So don't think you need some fancy big tent order processing system or something. You can do it right now. If you're a little retailer, just do something, right? Put up a web page, but you're better off mailing because there's too many web pages. Everybody and their dog has a web page. Send a mailer to your little community, okay? Mailing your catalogs and postcards directly to your customers. They'll be able to have something tangible in their hands as well as a visible reminder of your business. Now, if you don't have a mailing list, and most retailers don't, to be honest, they might have an email list. Put a fishbowl with a drawing in it to get people's business cards. Start now for next year because people will do that. Of course they will. Put the business card in for a drawing, free dinner for 2, or free, I don't know what, holiday gift basket or something. Put it up there on the counter and build yourself a mailing list. But if you don't have one, then I highly recommend add QR codes that link back to your website so that people can order online. Or make your phone number really big. People still have phones. They just don't use them. But they could. But the QR code can actually have a dialable phone in it. It can have a link that says dial this number, I think. I'm not sure about that. You can fact check me. But it ought to be the case. And many website phone numbers, if you put it in, if you do it right, get your high school grandson to help you, will be clickable by Android at least, that will say dial. So, but the QR code is essential on your mailer because that's what, the kids go to, and everybody gets it now. Don't make it look cute. Don't make it too cute. Make it look like a QR code so people know what it is. And don't make them download some newfangled software. That's death. Okay, that's enough of that. Okay, this was an interesting article from SQL DM. Never heard of it. Doesn't matter. Good article. Oh, SQL Response. Okay. So in 2018, the Association of National Advertisers, which bought up the DMA, Direct Marketing Association, which no longer exists, and so they don't put out these things much anymore because it's just gone. It's just gone. And the Association of National Advertisers published this report. And, it says, oh, yeah, direct mail has great response. Direct response rates are 9 times that of email, which came in at just 1%. Okay, so they got 9%, and that's for customers to house file lists. What they mean is customer lists. Okay, they don't mean house file. House file means more any name you control. Okay, like the fish bowl. But those would probably be customers, but they didn't order direct. It's a long story. This is nuanced stuff. Okay, I actually exchanged messages with Bob Hacker, one of the great copywriters of all time. And Bob said, because I said there's a little bit of a renaissance going on in mail, and he said, and you should help those people. There's some consulting opportunities because mail is expensive enough that they should call you up or send you the mailing piece and see if it looks okay. And I welcome you to do that. Send me what you're mailing. I'll have a look at it. I even know people who are better than I am at it. Although I started in graphic design. People think I'm just an analytics guy. But I started in graphics design, but I wasn't affected enough to be an ad agency guy. So I went into data where there's no creativity whatsoever. Okay, so anyway, I was waning on this article because it didn't say much about it. So what? The response rate is 10 times higher. The cost is 10 times higher too, right? What do you pay per email? Maybe 10 cents. What do you pay per mail? $1. Okay, round numbers, it's got to be 10 times better. If it's not 10 times better, then the ROI isn't there. That's not the main reason to do mail. We'll get to that in a second, okay? But anyway, here he goes on to say, direct mail's median ROI is up 12%, reporting at 41%, which is around the same, which is double display ads and just about the same as paid search and social media. Well, it depends. With a 50% bounce rate, it can be lower. But that's the kind of numbers you got to figure out for your business, not for these industry averages across the whole nation. What good is that? That's no good at all. Not worthwhile at all. So you take $1,000 and do some Google work and you see what it does, and then you stop for a while and do a mailer. See what that does. Now, one advantage of the mailer is it's scalable, and it doesn't come under GDPR or CCPA. Okay, there's a lot of advantages. 6 industries, travel, hospitality, blah, 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 blah. It's good in the omni-channel mix, but basically they quit saying it because they bought up the DMA, and now nobody really talks about direct marketing or direct mail. The DMA started as the Direct Mail Marketing Association when I was there. But if you want to hear about direct mail, WDMA. And I encourage you to go over there and subscribe, wdma.org. And it's free to subscribe. We may actually start using those emails. I don't think we ever have, but we're going to start because MailChimp said that all I do is promotional. What am I promoting right now? Mail. I'm not promoting me. Well, I guess I had a little slip in there. Anyway, okay, 3 actions to help your business. And by business, this is Joy Gendusa, who's the founder of Postcard Mania. So this is print and direct mail business. This is how to help your business, 3 actions for your print company, okay? And her earnings went down 41% in the spring on weekly earnings. Weekly earnings, I don't know if that's net, but, apparently sales just stopped, and then, I understand that. He's great. Who's great? Who are you talking about? The style consultant. I don't know. I don't even know what Level Up Monster is. It says Level Up Monster. Oh, Kay Miglash. Anyway, do not cut your marketing. First off, we're not cutting our marketing. We might cut everybody else. No. Leverage your professional relationships. Okay, that's what I'm doing right here. Okay? If you want help, call me up for immediate assistance, right? People may be glad to help you out, and you can ask vendors for some leeway. Okay? I think my landlord would probably give me leeway if I asked him for it. I don't think Comcast or whoever the heck it is, my cable provider, would. No. And I spend almost more on this goofy internet that goes up and down than I do on rent, which is kind of a sad testimony of America. But anyway, she got the PPP program. I actually did too, and it may keep me going through 2021. We'll see. I may not need it. We've had the best year we've had in 20 years, actually. And so, mail is coming. It's great. Okay, build loyalty, credibility, and show your commitment to your customers by keeping a constant outflow of communication. Start a live stream. Somebody might watch. It's really hard. A lot harder than you think, right? Brand loyalty can go a long way. If you have the resources, send something in print. And we've done that. I'm going to do more of it. I got it all set up now. We're going to send something. I'm not doing print. I'm doing handwritten notes. Yeah, you won't get that too often. So we'll see if that is effective or not. It's probably not statistically reliable, but I don't need statistically reliable. People say, did those videos ever do you any good? I said, well, I got one client that said, my boss said, watch this video and hire him. And that was a $140,000 client. So that goes a ways, right? Never stop marketing has been the mantra at Postcard Mania. Okay? In circa 2008, I lost just under half my clients. I cut my marketing. I nearly put my company out of business. Okay? This year, I kept my marketing pumping. My weekly earnings returned to pre-cash levels, and now we're up 10% this year. Yeah, we're up probably more than that. Okay, companies that injudiciously slash marketing spend, injudiciously, there's a word. That means stupid. Stupid companies find out that later they have to spend even more. And I have a great video on Mark Ritson who explained that you can capture market share. You can even buy competitors right now. If you have a competitor that cut their marketing, you may be able to get them for a song. Just buy their assets. Just buy their equipment for 10 cents on the dollar. I know a printer. I got to give him a call. He's such a great man. Tom. But anyway, Tom does this every time there's a downturn. He goes out and buys machinery. I said, Tom, what are you going to do with that machine? He said, I'm not sure yet, but it's really cool. And then he announces to his clients, hey, I have this new laser cutter, or I have this new wood shop system. I can do stuff on wood now. And he invents new products, and his clients come to him and say, I've been thinking, I wonder how to do that. He buys old buildings basically in inner city old manufacturing plants. He rehabs them, puts these new machines in, and he keeps growing like crazy. I shouldn't mention, but he basically does no marketing whatsoever. But he's an opportunist, and he's a great man, and I really like him, and I got to call him today. So that's all I got for today. Print is on its way. Print is the breakthrough, scalable, machine learning AI breakthrough that your prospects need to hear about. If you're in a major metro, you need to get out, go door to door. The guy in Phoenix that's always sending me super hearts, that's how he started his print business. He was president of the Wisconsin DMA. Great story. Keith, we got to get you on here to do an interview and just do your story. It's the greatest story in America. You went door to door, and he got to talk to CEOs. And we'll let him tell you the great part about that. And, you know, he would say, what's your biggest problem? They say, my business is down. I need a little more business. He'd say, well, have you tried this? And basically, have you tried writing them letters? Have you tried mail? Have you tried, just sending them something? It seems too complicated. And that's how he did it. And he's got a great legacy. And so there's plenty you can do. There's plenty you can do. And Tom does keep in touch with his customers too. I'm John Miglautsch. Like and share. Merry Christmas is coming up. Happy Thanksgiving. Have a great day. Bye-bye.